Animals that use that thing called camouflage, so they're probably going to be playing a good old-fashioned game of hide and seek.
A lion, a cheetah.
Wow, look at these. Wait, zebra. Oh.
Yeah,
I like
this is
cheetah.
like cheetah.
I like cheetahs and lions. Is it like the Lion King?
What's your favorite animal of all time over here? Yeah, you guys should point them out to me. You the beasts.
All right, it looks like I do see one of our first animal friends. They're going to be kind of hanging out to the left as we turn. They're called bongos. The bongos are the largest species of forest antelope, so you'll find males can get
Oh,
about
here's a
900
forest antelope. Forest antelope, not Bambi.
That's going to be a boy right here. He's a lot darker towards the front. You'll see the girls behind him hanging out. Also up there on top of the hill, that's a greater kudu, the one that looks like a white-tailed deer. Those are girls. They don't have any horns.
There's an
Only boy
okapi
kudus
right
will grow
there.
horns. There's also that okapi back there on the right side hanging
Okapi.
out, showing off. Right, almost looks like they got some party pants on, but they're cousins to giraffes.
Zebra.
And the okapi back there on the right side can lick its eyes and ears with his tongue. That tongue's about 16 inches long. Some more of the greater kudus right there posing.
Dang, this ride looks. I'm unsure about this ride. I'm not really unsure.
Guys, I am focused on the road. I don't want to pass anything
Disney
up,
World.
though. So if you see something before I do, you're
We're
more
gonna
than
eat at
welcome to
Rainforest
say, hey,
Cafe.
what's that? We're only going to talk about it if it's on your spotting ag. If it's not, we're going to pretend we didn't see it.
We're gonna take a photo.
Black rhino on your left.
Oh, rhino! Not a banana.
That black rhino right there is going to be actually the smallest rhino. They only get to about
Smallest rhino.
3,000 pounds. And those guys are solitary, so that do mean they like their alone time, so you're not going to see them in a group. It does sound like, too, we did have some giraffes blocking the road up ahead. They moved and stopped for a little bit, so we're going to have to find probably a nice little shaded spot and relax until those giraffes are completely out of the road. Just a heads up, guys. Let's see. This is a nice shaded area right in here. Not a whole lot going on. Most of those animals that we see here in the rainforest were hanging out over there. We'll see two black and white birds in a little bit called the saddlebill stork. Oh, looks like we're going to move a little bit and go meet those saddlebill storks. Excuse me. The saddlebill storks are going to be one of the largest birds.
Birds?
They stand about 5 feet tall, and their wingspan is going to be the same length as the canopy above your head. That's 9 feet. There's one more black rhino back there, too. Don't pass him up. And then those black and white birds are going to be coming up just over here on the left side. Behind the bamboo, you can kind of see them.
Look at that.
They're on their ankle joint now.
I can. It looks like we're going to the zoo.
That's a boy. He has brown eyes. His girlfriend behind him, she had yellow eyes.
Just didn't have enough time to take photos.
Pretty cool. Alrighty, guys. I know it's kind of hard to see a lot of these animals right now, right? They use camouflage, so they're going to be hiding.
Dang.
We really don't have to worry about that. From here on out, it's going to be much more open and much more clear. Our next stop, once we get moving again from the giraffes, is going to be the Safi River. Safi River is home to pelicans, hippos, and crocodiles. Now the animals here, they're going to use what you call safety in numbers.
I'm literally playing. Are you taking a video? I want to see the giraffe. Look good.
Like I said, those giraffes finally moved, so it's going to be a game of
I look fine.
go a little
I'm
bit, stop
fine.
a little bit, go a little bit, stop a little bit, just like
Except I'm
every
clocking
other
it.
major highway.
Right now I'm just doing my eyeshadow on this
If you guys, if you
color.
have any questions, feel free to shout it out. I'll talk just basic about these animals, but they all do really, really cool stuff that we don't always get to talk about. We're going to get to see a pod. That's what you call a group of pelicans hanging out here on the right side of the trail. And there's a hippo straight back on the right.
There's a pelican and a hippo.
They usually only come
Dang,
out
this
at night
thing
to
is
eat.
large.
Hippo eats 100 pounds every day. It's a Nile hippopotamus, too. Right in front of them, pink-backed pelicans get their name because they have pink feathers on their back. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Hey, during mating season, something really cool because you actually notice it's nesting season for these pelicans. When a male pelican is really interested in a female pelican, he finds a nice stick, and if he presents it to her and she likes it, she'll stick around.
Wow!
Those
Great
are black
to see
vultures on the right
these.
side. They're native to North America. I have no idea what they're doing in the heart of Africa right now.
Not like my chicken named V version 1, but
Another pelican over here on the left side.
larger than that.
There's a hippo rear end back there too, near the guardrail. Shining, sticking out like me on a hot summer day in the water. Guys, hippopotamus is an ancient Greek word. It means river horse. Why? Well, they can't swim. What they do is they sink down to the water, the bottom of the river, and trot along like a little horse. Where that pelican is on land by those fallen trees,
Where's the lion?
if you actually look in the water, you can kind of see 2 hippos right there.
Hippo!
A group of hippos, that's called a float.
A what? A float? What? So where could they be?
2 hippos right there.
In the water. Oh, I thought they were
Hippos can't hold their
vanishing,
breath for
but
about 8 minutes.
nope, in the water.
All right, let's keep on going, guys. We're looking for a Nile crocodile now.
Crocodile! Bombardino crocodile. Look at
We're not guaranteed to see it, but we'll keep a sharp eye out just in case. I'm not seeing it right now. There's a couple different areas I'm going to look, though.
Right above you.
I don't see one.
Here's the
Let's keep on
waterfall
moving quicker. That's
of
all right.
amazing.
Let's keep on going. We might catch another glimpse of it a little later. Guaranteed to see all these animals. This is their home. They go where they want to go. But we're going to see if we can find that crocodile later. Let's head to the Serengeti grasslands right now. Right, the grassland's going to be home to the bigger, more iconic animals. Number 1, the giraffe that's stopping us still right now. Number 2, elephants, and then we might get to see some zebras and lions a little bit later on.
Lions like Hakuna Matata, like Simba. Gonna zip it up. Dang, this.
Now, as we
thing
get closer to the
shaking.
grasslands, we are going to get to see this weird alien-looking tree over there on the right side. That's called the baobab tree. It is very, very important. Now, why is that? Well, it's only going to rain just about 3 months out of the year, and that's it. So water is scarce. That tree, when it does rain, is going to store thousands and thousands of gallons in its bark. Now, the animals will come along and rip the bark off, like you can see the holes in it, and it can save their life. So we tend to just call this the tree of life.
Tree of Life. That's the name of the tree from the Lion Guard season.
Alrighty, guys, those giraffes are just off in the distance hanging out, so we're going to try to go get as close as we can to that animal, but we're going to check every other area just in case the little guy pops up.
Dang. All right, now feels like an adventure.
Yeah.
Last year, I went to Downland, USA. Now it's
I'm not seeing
closed.
anything right over here right now, but it does look like our first animal friends are going to be coming up back there near the acacia trees.
I
It's
see
gonna
a
be some
giraffe far away.
Wildebeest.
Now, only certain parts of Africa will call them the wildebeest. Instead, they're going to be called gnus. It's from the sound they make. So you know cows. Cows go moo moo. Wildebeest go noo noo. You'll never forget it, guys.
What?
I see some giraffes back there too, off in the distance near those trees.
No.
We'll get closer to them. I promise you that.
Stampede in the gorge. Simba's down there.
Every single year, those wildebeests are going to travel what we call the Great Migration. That's usually around 1.5 million of them together, and the wildebeest can travel anywhere between 500 to 1,000 miles. It's going to be the second most densely populated animal right under.
That's what caused the stampede in The Lion King. The wildebeest stampede. I just feel. Yay!
Kind of hard to see too, but if you look, there's the bamboo, there's that big tree in the center, there's that smaller green tree. At the base of that tree, you'll see some spots on the ground. It's an African painted dog. Just follow that green tree right at the dead center. You'll see him laying down.
Where'd it go?
Right at the base of the tree near the rocks.
That definitely isn't Pebble.
That's Africa's most successful hunter that's taking a little nap right now.
Taking a little
They're
nap.
pack hunters, and they're great at communicating.
Dang, bro.
Right near those green trees back there.
Wildebeest,
They're pretty young.
stampeded the
That's still
gorge.
pretty cool to
Simba's
see.
down there.
Back here behind these bushes, you're going to see brownish antelope with some horns. Those are called sable antelopes. Now they're really cool because
Antelope.
fight or flight, they actually will choose to fight.
You see them, Moody?
And the dominant female, she actually leads the movement of the group, not the dominant male.
Another close up of the wildebeest. That's a
I do see some of those
wildebeest.
zebras back there too making their appearance all the way on the right.
Get the joke? You get the joke, honestly.
Zebras, they actually have my favorite group name. You're going to call that a dazzle of zebras.
A dazzle? Not like razzle and
The
a
zebras you're going to
dazzle.
get to see today, my friends, are what we call Hartman's Mountain
Don't confuse
zebras.
razzle and dazzle
They're
with a
usually found
dazzle.
on mountainous terrain. Now, zebras, they're stripes, unique to them, just like your fingerprints. So when a little baby is born, baby zebras just memorize mama's stripe pattern.
Where could it be? Where could a zebra be?
Where is it? Where is the zebras? Right there.
Zebras. Where could they be? Oh! What a nice photo opportunity.
Now, hanging out over here, kind of near the zebras
no
back there in the
photo
grass, you're going to see a
zebras.
tiny, tiny little antelope by itself. That little
Antelope.
guy back there is called a springbok.
Springbok. Zebra!
The springbok is the third fastest land animal. Speeds clocked in at over 55 miles an hour.
Damn. That's a
And
pretty
because of their
sweet
coat pattern,
animal.
the springbok does get the nickname the s'mores of the savannah. Coming up too on our left side, you're going to start to see one of the zebras, or not zebras, excuse me, a giraffe.
Amigatito. Amigatito. Meow, meow.
Group of giraffes called a tower. And this is a Maasai giraffe.
Oh my god,
A giraffe.
it's gonna come up to us.
A giraffe.
Maasai giraffes are the tallest, so you're looking at about a 16 to 20 foot tall animal right now. These guys do love to eat like your driver up front. They spend about 16 hours a day eating, but they only are going to sleep for about 30 minutes. Alrighty guys, something really cool we're about to see here in a second. Giraffes, they're prey animals, right? So if they lay down, they become an easy target for the predators. So they don't do it unless for really two reasons. Number one, they feel safe and secure in their area. Or, number two, if you look over here, the one that's laying down on the right side, he's a little baby. That's a 1-year-old giraffe.
It's a giraffe.
That's his mama on top of the hill hanging out.
On top of the hill.
Oh, right there.
There's the
It
mama
is a
giraffe.
14-month pregnancy for giraffes.
Dang.